Seen here is actually George's marriage to Caroline of Brunswick in 1795, which I focused on in my 1790s talk. Not a pleasant relationship, that particular one. However, this royal marriages act was a right to veto a royal marriage by the sovereign, who could be the king or queen. So no descendant of George II, male or female, other than the issue of princesses who had marriage or might thereafter fall into foreign families, could marry without the consent of the reigning monarch. And this was signified under the Great Seal and declared in council. Consent was to be set out in license, and the register of the marriage was entered into the books of the Privy Council, and any marriage contracted without the consent of marriage was to be null and void, as with George and Maria. So after 1 year of giving notice to the Privy Council, any member of the royal family over the age of 25 who was refused could then marry. But there were still both houses of parliaments that needed to pass that bill, otherwise they could reject the marriage. So as I was studying more and more of the 1780s and its surrounding times, this motif keeps shining through. The eye of providence, the all-seeing eye, the eye of God. And the eye of God in a triangle is still used in church architecture and Christian art, and that symbolizes the Trinity and God's omnipresence and divine providence. And the eye is part of a popular movement, and we've got that libertarianism, which was popular and championed by people like George and people in that level of society. And there's one of mine, actually. So they did have different shapes, and this has more relation to that oblong shape, so you can start to date it between the 1800 to 1810 period.